Hello out there. When you see this, we are getting this ready for you the day before Thanksgiving. You will see it after Thanksgiving as you're now getting ready for another season of holiday. But I want to take a minute for us here at Belgrade Library to say we're so thankful for all of you out there that listen and come to the library and support the library. We are here to inspire and entertain as best we are able and to be a resource for you. So thank you for being you, Belgrade. All right, so there's that. And, well, I'm going to channel my inner turkey today. The turkeys have been running rampant in my backyard here in Belgrade, Maine. And so instead of the bell today, I'm going to give you my best turkey. So when I do the or something like that, you will know that it's time for story. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. I hear this every day at my house. Go, 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 go. I had to have fun with that. Anyway, like normal, we have two stories, and this is to wrap up our theme we had on appreciating self and others, and move into a new theme next time you see this video. And so there are beautiful two stories today, really inspirational, both. This first one, called Dear Girl by Amy Krouse Rosenthal and Paris Rosenthal, it is just the strongest message of you go girl. You'll see, it's just wonderful. It was so inspiring. The minute I read it, I actually bought a copy for my granddaughter. So, Dear Girl, first story. Second story is the story that we're going to base our craft on today. And again, just a very unique way of highlighting people's differences and individuality. This one's called Max's Words by Kate Banks, and that's Max. Very creative guy, and yeah, so that's that. Okay, you ready? Best turkey impersonation. Go, 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 go. Now you get to settle down, unless you want to practice your gobble. But now it's time for our story. You ready? Here we go. Dear Girl by Amy Krouse Rosenthal. Dear girl, keep that arm raised. You have smart things to say. So here you have the girl in class. She's got her books on her desk. There's the ABCs up here in the back. It looks like somebody got some stars for their drawing, a map of the United States. And she has something to say. So they say, keep your arm raised. Dear girl, sometimes you may feel like being pink and sparkly. Sometimes you may feel pretty much the opposite. So here, the dear girl, she's practicing one of her ballet moves. And over here, she's having one heck of a good time splashing in the mud. Dear girl, look at yourself in the mirror. Say, thanks. Or thank you, excuse me, to something that makes you. Thank you, freckles. Thank you, birthmark. Thank you, red hair. Dear girl, sometimes you just need a good cry. Sometimes you'll need a friend. Sometimes you'll need to be alone. Sometimes you'll need a tissue. Sometimes you need a bucket. So here we see the young girl having all kinds of different emotions, just like we all have them. And letting us know it's okay. Dear girl, do you know that there's no such thing as asking too many questions? Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Sometimes we're told we ask a lot of questions, but it's okay. Dear girl, write down your thoughts once in a while, even if it's just to enjoy the way your pen feels against the paper. And so here she is, snuggled up in a windowsill, and she's doing all kinds of writing, putting down her thoughts, her feelings, ideas. Dear girl, make your room awesome. Make your room you. And while you're at it, make your bed. I had to throw in the make the bed, but it's there too. And I love maybe you can see it, come to the library, take the book out. But here on her bulletin board, she has all the things that she really values. She's got some pictures, she has some awards that she's won. And yeah, she's just made her room really special. And over here, she has a poster of Amelia Earhart, a woman that took a great challenge and flew a plane across the globe when people said she couldn't do it. And so the poster says, adventure is worthwhile in itself. So she's inspired by that message. Dear girl, don't ever lose your sense of wonder. Beautiful rainbow. Dear girl, sometimes you just gotta stop and dance. So she's having her dance time, the dog's having the dance time. Sometimes you just gotta dance. Dear girl, find people like you and find people unlike you. So here she finds some other friends that like to play soccer. But over here, she's in her soccer outfit, but she's befriending, finding new friends. This is a little, looks like a little girl who's got her skateboard. And here you have a little boy who loves art. And here, I'm not sure, he's just a very tall boy. So the encouragement to reach beyond yourself and find new people. Dear girl, create traditions. This wonderful thing, like many of you will do, put the blankets over the table so it's your private little tent area. Now make fun, crazy handshakes. I know I do that with my granddaughter. And silly inside jokes that only you and that friend know. Dear girl, if your instinct is telling you to say no, say no, you know? So it's that feeling inside your belly, something's just not right. It's telling you to listen to that. Dear girl, coloring outside the lines is cool too. So here is in fact coloring outside the lines, and what that means is to just live in a way that's unique to the way you want to live. Maybe somebody else doesn't seem to like it, but it works for you. That's coloring outside the lines. Dear girl, there's no rules about what to wear or how to cut your hair. So in this picture, she's here with her closet and she's figuring out what she wants to wear. She has a little skull and crossbone t-shirt, excuse me, with some boots. And over here, looks as though she's cut her hair shorter and has on a fun purple skirt with some boots. Excuse me. Dear girl, you know what's really boring? When people say how bored they are. She's very bored to hear how bored people are. Dear girl, now here in this picture, she's on this giant diving board. And she's got the voice, one saying yes, one saying no. Gosh, I don't know. And then the other voice, we've got this. says, listen to your brave side. That's a big jump, isn't it? Dear girl, you won't be invited to every single party on the planet. And there's lots of parties going on all around the globe, which is really okay. Can you imagine how exhausting that would be? Dear girl, a tree trunk is the perfect place for quiet thoughts to be thunk. So here she is under the tree having her own thunkin' thinkin'. Dear girl, whenever you need an encouraging boost, remember, you can turn to any page in this book. Most of all, dear girl, who I love, I know that you can always, always, always turn to me. I just really love this story. It's a New York Times bestseller. It's got a strong message to be yourself and to listen to your own inside voice when things feel right and when things don't. Okay, you ready? Okay, here comes our next silly. We're honoring all the turkeys for tomorrow. Get ready. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble. I may look back on this video and go, yikes. All right, here we go. I really love this story called Max's Words by Kate Banks. I particularly love words, and working in a library, that works just perfectly for me. So here we go. It's a little longer, the story. Max's brother Benjamin collected stamps. He had stamps of many colors and sizes. They had ragged edges and sticky backs. Some had famous people on them. Others had places or buildings or flowers or trees. Benjamin spread his stamp collection across his desk. He showed it to friends and family. Everyone admired it, and Max said, "Can I have a stamp?" "No," said Benjamin. That's Max. There's his brother Benjamin. Here is his other brother with all his coin collection. Max's other brother Carl, collected coins. He had coins of many sizes and values. They came from different countries. Some were silver colored with rough edges. Others were copper colored with smooth edges. They were all shiny. They had people and buildings on them and the year in which they were made. When Carl showed them around, everyone admired them too. Max said, "Can I have a coin?" "No," said Carl. Well, they're not sharing very nicely with their brother. Maybe that happens at your house. Max wanted to collect something, but he wasn't sure what. He gave it some thought, and finally he said, "I'm going to collect words." "Words?" said Benjamin. He laughed. "Ha! Very funny, Max," said Carl. Max began collecting small words. A, the, its, an, ate, who, to, and, but, was, in, on, out, big, see, you, dry, day. He cut them out of magazines and newspapers, and he spread them across his desk. So he's got a magazine, and whenever a word catches his interest, he's cutting it out and saving it for his collection. Pretty soon Max found bigger words. Hungry, asked, through, alligator, crocodile, hissed. He cut them out and added them to the others. Max's collection grew rapidly. Max collected words that made him feel good. Park, baseball, dogs, hugs. Okay, look at how many words he's starting to collect. He collected words of things that he liked to eat. Bananas, pancake, ice cream. He collected words that were spoken to him. Good morning, goodbye, go away. He collected his favorite colors. Green, blue, brown. Max opened the dictionary and found words he didn't even know. And he copied these on small slips of paper. Slithered, iguana. See the iguana? It's written right out of the word iguana. What are you doing, Max? Asked Benjamin. Let me see, said Carl. Max's collection grew too big for his desk, so he spread out his words on the floor. He separated them into neat piles. I mean, look, Max is getting a lot of words, and his brothers are getting interested in what he's doing. When Benjamin and Carl arranged their collections in different orders, it didn't make much difference. But when Max put his words in different orders, it made a big difference. A blue crocodile ate the green iguana. The blue iguana ate a green crocodile. Soon, Max's collection of words spread into the hallway. So here we have a blue crocodile eating the green iguana, and here a blue iguana ate a crocodile. So flipping the words made a great big difference in that story. Sometimes Max gave away a word or two. See you later, alligator. Have a nice day. So see, they're heading out the door. See you later, alligator, and have a nice day. Max is letting them go because he has a lot of words. When Benjamin put his stamps together, he had just a bunch of stamps. When Carl put his coins together, he had just a pile of money. But when Max put his words together, he had a thought. Maybe I could trade a word for a stamp or a coin, please. And then it continues. Maybe I could trade a word for a stamp or a coin, please. So he's asking a question, and his words end up making a question mark. That Max is clever. No, said Benjamin. No, said Carl. I've got 1,000 stamps, said Benjamin. When I get a few more coins, I'll have nearly 500, said Carl. And when I have a few more words, I'll have a story, said Max. A story takes a lot of words, said Benjamin. I know, said Max. You don't have enough, said Carl. Let me see, says Max. He has so many words that he's thigh-high in his collection. I think he could make quite a good story. Here it comes. Max sorted through his words. He picked out a few and began arranging them on the floor. Once there was a little brown worm who wished to be a big green snake. Here's the brown worm wishing to be a big snake. Now Max is thinking how he wants to change this story. Benjamin and Carl stopped what they were doing and came over to look. Max continued his story. The worm slithered through the grass. It stuck out its tongue and hissed loudly. So there is, in Max's story, his brown worm slithering through the grass. And his brothers, if you can see them, they are peeking over. They are very interested in what Max is doing. Max stopped to choose some more words. Benjamin butted in. Then along came a big, mean, green crocodile. Then it was Carl's turn. I'm hungry, it said. So look, now in the story, his brothers are involved, and here's the big crocodile. If I were that little brown worm, I might be nervous at this point. Benjamin grinned. He chose a few more words. The crocodile opened its mouth wide, and Carl scrambled for more words. He wanted the crocodile to eat the worm, but Max was quicker. The little brown worm darted down a hole, glad to be a worm. So, in Max's story, oops, the little worm makes his escape, and it's safe. And of course, they are Max's words, so here we go. Hey, I want another story, said Benjamin. So do I, said Carl. And I want a stamp and a coin, said Max. Oh, all right, said Benjamin. He gave Max a stamp, Carl gave Max a coin, and Max gave them each some words and kept the rest for himself. Look at how many he has on his desk. It's a big mound. Now here are the three brothers, now having a combined interest, and they're writing stories. Once there was a big brown dog, but the dog is putting the word dog in his mouth. The end. And here they are together, working together instead of separately, trying to keep their own situation against and away from the other brothers. So, in conclusion, we had two stories today. Dear Girl, a story of affirmation, saying, feel good about who you are. And we had Max's words, encouraging us to try and find our own hobbies, something that interests us, like Max's words. So in a minute, we're going to switch over, and as usual, I'm going to show you the craft that you can come and get at the library. So give us just a minute to do the switcheroo, and I'll meet you at the table over yonder. Have a good Thanksgiving. So here we are over at our beloved crafting table, and this week's craft looks really simple, but you could put as much or as little into the craft time as you want. So I was inspired by the story about Max and his collection of words. So the craft this week is creating our own book about things that we love. So what I did is to take words and pictures out of magazines and to kind of sometimes overlap them. And then like here, this is a good overlapping page. And then put the things that are important to me. And then at the end, I did a copyright and the year I made the book. So in your kit, you will have a folded up set or sheets of white paper, and they are already stapled. What I did, just to hide the staples, I cut out, and you will have some in your kit. We'll give you some colored, you got masking tape. Well, it's not, it's duct tape. But you go ahead, and if you want to hide the staples, do a thin little strip or a thicker strip and hide the staples. It gives it more of a polished look. And then we'll also put in some glue sticks. When you come to the library, if you don't need a glue stick, let us know, and we will take that out and save it for later crafts. But anyway, so I used a glue stick and magazines. So here in the library, we have oodles of magazines for people to come, read if they so chose, and also for this activity, cut out what the child that you're working with wants to have you cut out for pictures. The other thing that I will put into your craft will be some stickers. You know, I'll look around, try and find some variety of stickers to put in the kit. And then another idea that actually I just saw today, and it was like genius, are some greeting card pictures. You know, if you can find some around the house that you've had laying in a drawer or something, and if the kids can connect to some of the pictures and they value what's on it, that's another great idea. So, a very simple craft, but in the end, it's very powerful and a keepsake, really, as far as writing down the child's age and the date, and then looking back to see what they valued at that time. So keep collecting those words, see us in the library, and have a wonderful day. Thank you all. Bye-bye.